Sentinel by Adam Dadswell and Deceptive Secrets. Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for checking in again. Today we're talking about Sentinel, which came out at Blackpool by Deceptive Secrets and Adam Dadswell. And it is now available through Alakazam as well. I think they just did a live launch with that as well. So this is something that I've been aware of quite a while. Adam has shared some of his prototypes on calls when we talk about other stuff and things like that. And it's something I've seen develop. And I was able to pick it up at Blackpool and have been messing around with it since. So I kind of waited a little bit to do the review of it until I had used it a lot and gotten used to actually the handling and getting some real world experience with it. And what I can say, high level, I love it. It's one of those things that it is absolutely. I mentioned on one of the C Rally podcasts that it's like a James Bond tool, and that's kind of what it feels like because you have this secret tool with you that allows you to peek any sort of drawing or word or whatever that someone writes down on a card, and you can use that then to go into different information. It is ideal for drawings, I think, pretty much, but you can work it with other things as well. So, what is it? So it is a way to peek information. It is using a very old technology, but has been modernized and made into a way that you can have it with you whenever you want and use it. So you have a stack of double blank cards, and in the middle of it, you have your gimmick that you can use that allows you to peek. So I have the gimmick in this at the moment, and as you can see, it just looks like I just have a stack of double blank cards. So that is sort of how Sentinel works. And when you get it, it comes in this amazing packaging. The Deceptive Secrets packaging is always really good. And as you see the text on the back, it's always watching, never seen, Deceptive Secrets. So you also get inside the packaging, you get this, which is a box that the double blank cards come with. They do give you cards, and these are the cards that like the everything and the gimmicks and that stuff are made out of. But you can just use regular bicycle double blank stock if you wanted to, and it all ties in perfectly with that. So you get that, and then this is the case that the gimmick comes in. So it's like a packet trick wallet, but it's hard. It's not flimsy or anything like that. So it'll keep your gimmick safe and straight. So he he advises not to carry it around on deck all the time. To keep it in this to keep it good. You don't want to get dirty and grimy because then it could look a bit different. So as you have this, you can carry it in this, which is great. Put that in your close-up case, have a stack with double blank cards, and you're ready to go. So with this, what's amazing with this is when I was watching people see it for the first time at Blackpool, a lot of people were thinking it might be some sort of electronics or something like that, which is amazing that it's not. It's super clean. It's in the moment of they might have placed back their cards. I take out one. I'll go take out one for myself. I now know what their drawing is. I've seen it. I figured it out. So that is how simple and straightforward the peak is. That it's just a quick second. You get it. You carry on. There are also multiple handlings taught throughout the instructions of ways of getting the peak when you replace their card or when you take out one for yourself and different things like that. There was also a peak taught that I really like called the firework peak that is done with no gimmick with you. This is just one that you can do with double blanks, and I think the actual use of that is incredible. I really like it, and I've been messing around with that as well. If I just sometimes have like some billets on me or some business cards, it's really cool to play around with that. So that is a little bonus at the end. But with the gimmick itself, I think it's really well made. It's really clean. As you get it, as you say, you have like just a stack of cards as far as anyone's concerned in your hand, and at any time you can have the gimmick set up ready to go. In a lot of the performance styles, you can have like different drawings from other people already on top, and that kind of justifies everything, the whole stack, and then they keep your drawing, you keep theirs, and it goes on top and camouflages in. So that's the sort of way it was demoed a lot of Blackpool, which is really cool to see, and it's covered in detail on the instructions, which the instructions are sort of split up into mini videos, which makes it easy for people to follow. And it's Adam with Luke Closer as well, so he's performing and explaining it to Luke, so then if there's any questions, it becomes clear as they're talking together about it. So the instructions are really well done. It's really clear at the end. You really feel confident in how to use the gimmick, where to go and go and perform it that way. Again, I saw Adam perform this all weekend at Blackpool. Every time I came over to the stand, there would be a crowd of people around. And you can see it really working there in that real world experience. You know, this is something that's been drilled in that he's been doing for quite some time. And even for myself, because I know how the gimmick has evolved, that did is evolve through performances. So this isn't just an idea that someone came up with on its release. This is something that has been worked, refined to get to where it is now. That even as you're going through it, it's sort of that you can get to the gimmick whenever you want to get to the gimmick, but no one will ever know that it's there, which I think is the very clean thing about it. So it's basically a very clean peak. If you have peaks that you're doing, it's always nice to have a new one, I think, and also having ones that work in different ways. Because a lot of times when you're working in mentalism and doing mentalism, especially in close up environments, you don't want it to be the thing that it's like every time I get someone to put a drawing, it has to go back into like myself to Alice and Wallet, or I always do this sort of a thing, or whatever sort of movements you do. I like varying up how I get peaks around the group, so it doesn't feel like I have to do this one thing to get a peak. So that's why I always think it's good to have multiple ways of peaking, especially if you have one for drawing duplications, one for names, one for numbers or something like that. You can kind of mix it up and play. And the versatility with this, I would say, with the sort of the peak you get, it is pretty much a full card peak. But when Adam does it, he does draw like an easel on the card that encourages people to draw in the most ideal place to make sure that you can get your peak as quick and easy. You don't want someone like writing small or drawing small in the top left corner or something like that. You want it to be sort of in the center of the card and nice and big, so you can see it like any peak. But you can follow that way. But the majority of times, sometimes I forget. I was asking people to do it, and it's been fine. You just tell people to draw something nice and big and show it around. You put it in, you get your image, with that. So that works quite well. The peak is very easy to see, nice and strong, and it is that the sort of situation that you have there. So it's really fun. I think it's ideal for drawings. You might have to work a bit to get practice with it if you want to do things that like words or numbers, that sort of stuff. But it's definitely possible and practical to do if you wanted to mess around with it that way. But ideally, for as a drawing duplication, is the way I've been performing it, and I probably will see it going that way going forward. So again, this is a super old classic piece of mentalism which Secrets do really well, modernized for performers who want to go out today, using things that we all have lying around, double blank stacks of cards that you can use whenever you want. It's absolutely brilliant. I think the quality is really good, from the packaging down to this case. I think is brilliant. I love it. It's like I want to get a load of these for my actual packet tricks and wave and things like that. I think it's the really good quality wallet and the cards. And this is really shows the level of detail and thinking that's gone into it, from the packaging to making sure people have cards. A lot of people would have released this and just said, go buy some double blank sock cards from your magic dealer, but they include it so you can perform it right away. So it's really that thinking and that customer care. I think is really good. I highly recommend picking it up. You can get it at Deceptive Secrets, and Alakazam will be hosting Osaka Get as well. So I hope you enjoy this. You find it useful. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Please also like the video and subscribe. We can see that at the moment, like 70% of the people who are watching the channel aren't subscribed. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so we're about halfway there at the moment. So if you give us a subscribe to it, it would really help us out. We would really appreciate it. So my name is David Peace. Thanks again, and great work by Adam and all the team at Deceptive Secrets. And I'll catch you again next time.